India often calls itself the guardian of Indian Ocean. But what happens when a war arrives at that very ocean? An Iranian warship hosted by Indian Navy has been sunk by an American submarine. Not in the Persian Gulf, not near Iran's coast, but close to India's maritime neighborhood. The region is watching, Iran is watching, and New Delhi is saying nothing. No protest, no condemnation, no sympathy, because this conflict has placed India in a difficult position. Between Washington and Tehran, between strategic partnership and strategic autonomy. I am Ali Furqan, and this is The Pivot. Let us begin with the incident itself. The Iranian warship Dina had recently visited India. It participated in the International Fleet Review and Milan naval exercises in Visakhapatnam. Dozens of countries joined the exercise. Warships from around the world were welcome. Iran's navy was among them. Its sailors walked on the Indian street. They were welcomed as guests. And then something extraordinary happened. Just days after leaving India, the same warship was attacked and sunk. An American submarine fired a torpedo. The attack took place in Indian Ocean, not 1,000 miles away, but close to India's maritime neighborhood. The message was clear. The war in the Middle East had reached India's strategic backyard, and yet New Delhi has said almost nothing. No condemnation of attack, no expression of regret, no condolence for the sailors who died. Even a basic diplomatic gesture has been missing, which raises a difficult question. If the United States sinks an Iranian warship near India's maritime neighborhood, should India remain silent? India often claims it is net security provider in the Indian Ocean. But what does that phrase mean? If a warship that was recently India's guest is sunk in the same ocean, what kind of security is that? Iran has taken notice. Iran's foreign minister said, "We believe we were in friendly waters." A statement loaded with meanings. Friendly waters, in other words, waters close to India. Iran's ambassador in New Delhi also sent a message. He said, Iran expects India to stand with it in this difficult moment. But the support has not come. Instead, we are seeing a very careful diplomatic balancing act. India's foreign minister, S. Jaishankar, has spoken to his Iranian counterpart twice in recent days. But the messaging remained cautious. No condemnation of the attack, no mention of Iran's leadership being targeted. Only a familiar line. India supports dialogue, diplomacy, and de-escalation. In diplomacy, words matter. And sometimes, the words that are not spoken matters even more. Even more striking has been the silence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Recently, Modi had a joint press appearance with Finland's President Alexander Stubb. He spoke about sustainability, global institution, innovation. But he did not say a single word about the war in West Asia. Not about the assassination of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Not about Iran's warship Dina sunk near India's maritime neighborhood. And not even about 165 schoolgirls killed by Israel and American strikes. No sympathy, no condemnation, no condolences. Why? Because even a small statement could upset someone. A condolence message might anger Washington. A condemnation might irritate Israel. So New Delhi has chosen the safest path, silence. But silence in diplomacy is rarely neutral. Sometimes it signals caution, and sometimes it signals pressure. This is no longer just about one naval incident. It is about India's strategic identity. Is New Delhi still able to balance global power? Or is the pressure of alliances making neutrality impossible? Because in geopolitics, silence is rarely neutral. Sometimes silence is strategy, sometimes silence is cautious, and sometimes silence is a sign of constraint. The real question is what this silence means. Is it a calculated diplomatic move or a sign that India's strategic autonomy is under pressure? Because when global conflicts reaches your doorstep, silence becomes harder to maintain. And sooner or later, every country must decide where it stands. I'm Ali Furqan, and this is The Pivot.